Now, reflecting on all the discussions that we had in the previous session, then we can see that when our mind is not in control, we are very easily affected by these mental afflictions.
Z ozirom na vse to, kar smo govorili zjutraj, lahko vidimo, da kadar ni pod kontrolo, kadar nimamo ukročenega uma, da nas zelo lahko prevzamejo negativna stanja uma.
And under their influence, then we are confused and create various actions which create results which are unpleasant to experience.
In potem lahko vidimo tudi, kadar smo pod vplivom teh negativnih izmedenih stanj uma, da počnemo najrazličnejše stvari, izvajamo različna dejanja in rezultat teh dejanj so pa negativne izkušnje ali pa rezultati teh dejanj so neprijetni.
However, if we are able to maintain a calm and mindful state of our mind, then most of the time we will be able to take the proper and correct decision and not be affected by our mental afflictions.
Če pa uspemo ohraniti miren, pozoren bomo večino časa lahko se pravilno odločali in ne bomo podlegali negativnim stanjem uma.
And as a result, create the most favorable conditions to experience happiness.
In s tem bomo ustvarili najboljše možne okoliščine, da izkušamo srečo.
So now there are various methods of meditation to help us to achieve this kind of mental stability, somewhat. So we also say calm, abiding state of the mind.
In obstajajo različne metode meditacije, ki nam pomagajo doseči to stabilno stanje uma, vsaj do neke mere, in to imenujemo meditacije umirjenega uma.
So in the next few days we would be doing various steps known as the 9 methods of resting the mind, or the 9 methods of the shamatha meditation to rest the mind. Starting from today. Today first I thought we should do the shamatha meditation, which is using the breath as the base to rest the mind.
In v naslednjih nekaj dnevih bomo pogledali metodo umirjanja uma, ki ima 9 stopenj ali 9 korakov. In danes bomo začeli s prvo od teh metod, od teh 9 metod umirjanja uma, in to je šamata, ki uporabi dih za osnovo, na kateri se potem umiri um.
So this is also one method of shamatha practice or meditation, and it is like a base for all other shamatha meditation. Breath, using the breath is very skillful and has a lot of advantages.
In ena od metod, kako umirimo um, ena od metod šamate je, da uporabimo za osnovo dihanje. In ta metoda z opazovanjem dihanja je tudi osnova potem za vse nadaljne metode. In to je zelo dober in zelo vešč način, kako lahko delamo s svojim umom in ima mnoge prednosti.
The first advantage is we don't need anything. We don't have to try and do anything. We have our breath with us all the time. Whether we are sleeping, whether we are awake, whether we are, out jogging or trekking somewhere, whether we are in the office, whether we are in the, playground, we are always breathing. We always breathe. So it is always with us. And we don't have to create any kind of special situation to, to have breath. We are always breathing.
In prva od teh prednosti je, da ne potrebujemo ničesar, se pravi, ni nam potrebno ničesar drugega kot naš dih, ki je pa zmeraj z nami, ne glede na to, ali spimo, ali smo budni, ali tečemo v naravi, ali delamo v pisarni, ali smo na igrišču. Dih je zmeraj z nami in to je ta prednost, da ni treba ustvarjati nobenih posebnih okoliščin za to, da bi lahko delali to prakso.
And also it is a shamatha meditation, very good for awareness, to build our awareness, because we all breathe all the time, but we can see how aware we are. How many of us really thought today that we are breathing, I don't think many of us. Maybe few of us, when we woke up in the morning, we really realized that we are breathing. Of course, we know we are breathing, but whether we really realized we are breathing, and how we are breathing, so not most of us, I'm sure, did not really recognize this. We take for granted, and then we just live day by day without even recognizing that we are breathing. So that is how aware we are.
In šamata je dobra tudi zaradi tega, ker se s to prakso razvija naše zavedanje in na tej praksi lahko gradimo svoje zavedanje. Vsi dihamo ves čas, ampak če pogledamo, pa bomo videli, da pravzaprav se tega ne zavedamo, tega dejstva. To dejstvo ni ozaveščeno. Recimo, če se vprašamo, kdo od nas ali pa koliko od nas smo opazili, smo pomislili, zjutraj smo spoznali, dihamo. In Rinpoče pravi, da je prepričan, da večina od nas se ne zaveda tega. Vemo, da dihamo, ampak nimamo pa neposrednega zavedanja tega, dih obstaja. In ker tega ne prepoznamo, potem jemljemo to za nekaj samo umevnega, se pravi nekaj, kar se vsak dan dogaja, ampak gre nekako mimo nas in iz tega lahko vidimo, da kako malo se zavedamo stvari.
Also, when we do shamatha meditation with the technique of resting the mind on the breath, through this practice of meditation, and then gradually even our breath, the pattern of our breath is balanced.
In še ena prednost je to, da ko delamo šamato, ki ima za osnovo opazovanje diha, da bo potem postopoma se bojo vzorci ali pa ritem našega dihanja se bo uravnotežil.
And through that, then we become more calm, more peaceful, less agitated, all this able to achieve very easily.
In s tem, ko se bo naše dihanje uravnovesilo, bomo tudi sami postali bolj mirni, bolj spokojni, manj razburjeni. In na ta način bomo umirili svoj
We can see people who are very easily affected by situations, who have lots of, fluctuation in their emotions. Their breath pattern is not very uniform.
In to lahko opazimo pri ljudeh, ki jih zlahka stvari vržejo iz tira, da pod vplivom čustev, ki jih preplavijo, da potem je njihovo dihanje neuravnovešeno, neenakomerno.
There are many comic books which say huffing and puffing, right? So when one gets angry, you start huffing and puffing. So that shows, that so when we are upset, when we are angry, when we are anxious, anxiety, then all this, the breath pattern change.
In recimo v stripih včasih vidimo, kadar se nekdo razjezi in potem prav, da začne pihati in puhati, in to nam kaže, že v stripih vidimo, da se, kadar smo jezni, kadar smo vznemirjeni, da se ritem ali pa vzorec našega dihanja spremeni.
But a person who is more stable, more calm, more realistic, more, peace, such people have a uniform breathing pattern. Their breathing doesn't fluctuate too much.
In vidimo, da pa ljudje, ki imajo bolj stabilen ki so umirjeni, bolj realistično gledajo na stvari, stvarno gledajo na stvari, njihov vzorec dihanja je bolj enakomeren.
You will not get anxiety attacks.
In če dihamo enakomerno, potem ne bomo imeli napadov tesnobe.
You will be free from nervous attacks,
Ne bomo doživljali napadov živčnosti.
Yeah, so you will automatically be free from all these kind of problems.
Vsi te problemi bojo z našo prakso avtomatsko odpravljeni.
And also, one of the Tibetan medicine doctor, he told me, I forgot exact the number, but in our lifespan, one lifespan, we breathe certain amount of, number of times our breathing. So I'm talking about natural lifespan, not about situations when somebody, have accidents or, these kind of, sicknesses and then, lose their life. So not about that, but I'm talking about general. In general, one's lifespan, there's certain amount of number of breathing that we go through.
In Rinpoche se je pogovarjal z enim tibetanskim zdravnikom, ki mu je povedal, da zdaj se ne spomni točno številke, ampak vsak človek ima v toku svojega naravnega življenja, se pravi, če ne pride do smrti zaradi nesreče, ima določeno število ciklov vdihov in izdihov, ki so mu na voljo v tem življenju.
So, if somebody has a very calm, uniform, long breathing pattern, then will live longer. Somebody who have very short breathing pattern, up and down, will live shorter. So very interesting.
In Rinpoche pravi, da nekdo, ki ima umirjen, enakomeren ritem dihanja, dolge vdihe in izdihe, bo živel dolgo, ker bo dlje časa trajalo, da porabi vse te svoje cikle, medtem ko nekdo, ki ima neenakomerne ritme in diha na kratko in na hitro, bo živel krajše. In to je zelo zanimivo.
So that is how the state of mind also connected to our physical well-being.
In tako vidimo, da je stanje našega uma tudi neposredno povezano z našim fizičnim počutjem.
So that is what we discussed today morning. If the state of our mind is good, calm, balanced, then the elements naturally balance, and through that enjoy good health.
In o tem smo govorili danes zjutraj. ko smo govorili o tem, da če je naše stanje našega uma uravnovešeno, uravnoteženo, potem so tudi elementi v našem telesu so v ravnovesju in zaradi tega lahko uživamo v dobrem zdravju.
So we can see, meditation using the breath, our breath, cycle of breath as the base, doing shamatha meditation has so much advantages.
In tako vidimo, da ima lahko ta metoda meditacije, ko uporabljamo dih za osnovo, za opazovanje diha za osnovo naše meditacije, ima mnogo prednosti.
So now, after knowing all these advantages and the reasons, lots of people, when they do breathing shamatha meditation, purposely try to make the breath long, and that becomes another problem. They feel like they are choking. They feel they are choking, so it shouldn't be like that. Our meditation should be middle way.
In zdaj nekateri ljudje, ko slišijo za te prednosti meditacije in dobrobiti meditacije, potem mislijo, da bom pa podaljšal svoj dih in poskušajo to narediti umetno na silo. In potem se začnejo dušiti, ker je to usiljen ritem dihanja in ne smemo se lotevati meditacije na tak način, zmeraj se moramo držati srednje poti.
When we meditate, should not meditate with too much stress, too much expectations, too much stress. Should not do that.
In ko se lotevamo meditacije, ne smemo imeti prevelikih pričakovanj, ne smemo se obremenjevati z velikimi pričakovanji.
Also, when we do meditation, we should not be too relaxed that we don't know what we are doing, or we fall off to sleep, or we don't care what's going around, no awareness, so we should avoid that kind of laxity also,
In po drugi strani ne smemo biti preveč razpuščeni, da bi se do te mere sprostili, da zaspimo oziroma sploh ne opazimo več, kaj se dogaja okoli nas, da popolnoma izgubimo zavedanje. Tudi to ni pravilna pot.
So we have to be in the middle.
Torej pravilna pot je srednja pot.
Like, there is many examples given. In India, they used to weave, I guess here also, that when they make thread out of wool, so that they can weave clothes. There's a round thing where they keep spinning, spinning and then slowly thread from the wool. So if has to be in a right tension. If it's too tight, it will break. If it's too loose, cannot get a string. It has to be in the middle. So like that. So meditation also. We have to have some kind of effort, yet not too stressed out, not too relaxed. So it has to be very balanced.
In obstaja primer tega, kako stvari počnemo z ravno pravšno mero. Recimo v Indiji tudi pri nas recimo delajo to mogoče, ko pletejo vrv. Predemo vrv in imamo vreteno. In ko navijamo predivo, moramo imeti ravno dovoljšno napetost na vrvici, ker če prevelika se strga, če pa premehna, pa ne moramo narediti lepe vrvice. In ravno tako je v meditaciji, se pravi, moramo imeti neko vrsto truda, moramo vložiti, ampak ne smemo biti pa preveč zategnjeni, ne smemo preveč napeto, obremenjeno se lotevati tega. Se pravi, moramo srednjo pot najti.
And we must do our practice as we are supposed to do, without expectations, too much expectations, and without fear of the result. That is very important. Most of us have problems with our practice because of these two, expectations and fear.
In se pravi, prakso delamo tako, kot so navodila za prakso, za metodo, pri tem pa ne smemo imeti nekaj prevelikih pričakovanj oziroma strahov, ali nam bo uspelo, kakšen bo rezultat naše meditacije, in to je zelo pomembno. Večina med nami ima probleme s tem, da se prepuščamo pričakovanjem in strahovom v zvezi z našo prakso.
Of course, we want to practice so that we can become enlightened. We can benefit ourselves, we can benefit all beings. So of course, that kind of motivation, that kind of understanding is necessary, is important. But when doing practice based on that kind of motivation, then when we do the practice, then we should be free from expectations of results. Having a good meditation session, fearing a bad meditation session. So these kind of things we must be able to let go of.
Seveda, delamo prakso, meditiramo z motivacijo, da se bomo razsvetlili, zato da bomo lahko koristili sebi in drugim. In ta motivacija in tako razumevanje je nujno potrebno za našo prakso, ampak zelo pomembno je pa, da ko se dejansko usedemo s to motivacijo, da ko dejansko izvajamo določeno metodo, se pa osvobodimo tega, da pričakujemo, da bomo dobro meditirali, ali pa da nas je strah, da bo naša meditacija slaba. In tega, se pravi, strahu in želje po dobri meditaciji, strahu pred slabo in želje po dobri meditaciji, to se moramo nekako naučiti, da to opustimo.
These become an obstacle for the growth of a practitioner.
Ker ta strah in želja in upanje lahko postanejo ovire za notranji razvoj meditanta.
When one does practice, it will not be same all the time. Today you might have a very nice meditation session. Tomorrow might be very bad meditation session. Day after might be so-so. And after that might be very bad. And after that again will be very good. So it will keep fluctuating that way at the moment.
In v tem trenutku, ko začnemo z meditacijo, se moramo zavedati, da naša meditacija ne bo ves čas enaka. Recimo danes imam lahko zelo dobro meditacijo, potem naslednji dan bo meditacija slaba, še naslednji dan bo nekaj srednjega, potem naslednji dan je spet lahko zelo slaba meditacija, pa potem spet zelo dobra. In zavedati se moramo, da na ta način zdajle v tem trenutku se naša meditacija iz dneva v dan spreminja.
Like when a race car has to be, tuned. It takes time, One tuning is done and it goes out in the track. And then they have to test and see what is the problem. It comes back, again they will change the setting. Again it will go out. So many times they have to do like this to get a perfect, stable, a race car. So it cannot just one time go out, doesn't work, then come back, everybody, all mechanics, all engineers get upset, angry, and upset that it's not working, and then cannot, you cannot get the result that way. They are doing this test so that they can find the final stability. So naturally there will be ups and downs. Because there's ups and downs, it is what it is at the moment. So gradually through practice, through test, then one moves and finds the right balance. So that way, even in our practice, same. So if it's not going well and you leave, if the car doesn't perform in the first test, and then you say this is no good, if the car is no good, and then stop working on the car, you will never get a good car. You will never get a good race car. So same car you have to work again and again.
Recimo, Rinpoche dal primer, kadar pripravljamo dirkalni avtomobil in traja, da tak avtomobil usposobimo, da bo hiter in pa ves čas na višku svojih sposobnosti. In zato rabimo čas. Recimo, mehaniki naštimajo določene nastavitve na avtomobilu, potem gre avto na stezo in ga preizkušajo in potem se te nastavitve spremenijo ali pa pokvarijo ali pa se nekaj ne deluje dobro in potem spet nekaj spremenijo in ga spet pošljajo in testirajo na stezi. In tako počasi z izboljševanjem in opazovanjem, kaj se dogaja, pridejo do tega, da imajo popoln avto, ki stabilno deluje, ves čas in je hiter. In če bi se lotili tega na ta način, da bi se avto enkrat zapeljal na stezo med testiranji in potem prišel nazaj vas razšteljen in bi se vsi mehaniki razburali, da to ni nič in da kaj ne zdaj s tem, potem na ta način ne bi nikoli prišli do rezultata, ne bi prišli do tega, kar si želijo, da imajo hiter in stabilen avto. In v naši praksi ravno tako ves čas prihaja do tega, da so vzponi in padci in mi to počnemo ravno zato, vztrajamo v meditaciji zato, da bi našli to stabilnost in gledamo, kako stvari so. In v tem trenutku so stvari take, da je praksa enkrat dobra, drugič slaba. In če bi recimo mehaniki takoj obupali nad avtomobilom in rekli, ta avto je za nič, potem ne bi nikoli prišli do tega, da imajo dober in hiter avto. In ravno tako mora naša meditacija počasi postopoma pride do tega, da zmeri znova delamo prakso in potem pridemo do tega, da je stabilna.
So that way when we do meditation or any practice, we have to do the practice by being in the moment. We should not be carried away with the expectations and the fears. So leave all that behind, just be in the moment, do what you are doing, do it 100%, then that's it. So with that, then one will develop one's meditation.
In meditacija ali pa katerakoli praksa, ki jo izvajamo na ta način, da smo zdaj tukaj prisotni v tem trenutku in da nas ne odnesejo najrazličnejša pričakovanja ali pa strahovi. Samo 100% se posvetimo tisti praksi, metodi, ki jo izvajamo in na ta način se bo naša praksa potem razvila.
So now in the shamatha meditation, such as the breath, following the pattern of the breath, and then it is said that not follow a thought about the past. We should not anticipate the future, and we should not be involved in thoughts of the present.
Ko delamo prakso meditacije šamate, sledimo to metodo, ko sledimo dihu, je rečeno, so navodila za meditacijo taka, da Ne razmišljamo o preteklosti, da ne razmišljamo in predvidevamo, kaj se bo zgodilo v prihodnosti, in tudi, da se ne ukvarjamo z mislimi o sedanjosti.
So here it is very clear, again I repeat, not follow a thought about the past. We should not anticipate the future, and we should not be involved with thoughts of the present. So if you look carefully, nowhere it says we should not have thought. We should block our thoughts. We should be blank. It doesn't say anywhere. Lots of people, when meditating, think we should not have thoughts. We should block all our thoughts. And that itself is the biggest problem they have.
Zdaj, Rinpoče bi rad zelo jasno ponovil, ko meditiramo, ne sledimo mislim o preteklosti, ne razmišljamo o tem, kaj se bo zgodilo v prihodnosti in se ne prepuščamo mislim o sedanjosti. Nikjer pa ne piše in nikjer niso navodila za meditacijo taka, da ne smemo imeti misli, da moramo zablokirati vse misli, da mora biti naša glava prazna. In mnogi ljudje mislijo, da je to način, kako meditirati. Se pravi, da na nek način zablokiramo vse misli, ustavimo vse misli, da je glava prazna, da nimamo nikakršnih misli. In že samo to, tak pristop ustvari, je to za njih največji problem pri meditaciji.
There is no way we can block thoughts. And trying to block our thought itself is creation of another thought, trying to block the thought itself, so it is not possible. And in order to block a thought, there has to be another thought which is more powerful than that thought to block that thought. So you are creating even more powerful thought rather than actually blocking a thought, so it is not possible to do that.
In v resnici sploh ni mogoče, da bi ustavili mišljenje. Že sama misel, da hočem ustaviti vse mišljenje, je v bistvu nova misel. In na ta način ne morem ustaviti razmišljanja ali pa ne morem priti do tega, da ne bi bilo nikakršnih misli. In pravzaprav, če pomislimo, ta misel o nemišljenju je še močnejša od prejšnje misli in na ta način nam nikoli ne bo uspelo odstraniti vseh misli.
So, meditation is simply leaving things just as they are without being carried away and influenced by the thoughts, and at the same time without being too relaxed or too tense, as I explained to you.
In meditacija je preprosto to, da pustimo stvari tako, kot so. Brez da bi pustili, da nas stvari odnesejo in brez tega, da bi bili pod vplivom ali pa da bi bili preveč zategnjeni oziroma preveč sproščeni.
If we are able to do this, then we will find that the mind calms down quite naturally by itself.
In če nam to uspe do neke mere, potem bomo videli, da se popolnoma naravno samo od sebe umiri.
So we don't get lost in the thought. So we don't need to stop the thought, but we don't get lost in the thought. We are aware of the thought and let the thought be by itself. And then you maintain your, whatever meditation you are doing.
In bistveno je, da, da nas misli ne odnesejo, se pravi, da nismo zgubljeni v svojih mislih, ampak da se ves čas zavedamo in jih pustimo tako, kot so. Da ne pustimo, da nas potegnejo s sabo, ampak tudi ne poskušamo ničesar in na ta način potem ohranjamo svojo meditacijo, kakršnokoli metodo že uporabljamo.
For example, using the breath as a source of the mind to rest on in the shamatha meditation of the breathing, then here we rest our mind on the breath. So the thoughts will appear, just recognize that a thought has appeared, but don't follow the thought. As soon as you recognize the thought that has appeared, then come back to the breath again, the breathing pattern. So resting your mind on the breath. So the thought will come, but has nowhere to, go but to disappear in its own empty state when you don't entertain it. Your concentration or your meditation is here on the pattern of the breath. So that way we do the breath meditation.
In recimo v primeru, ko uporabljamo za meditacijo dih, se pravi, ko delamo šamato, ki ima osnovo opazovanje diha, potem samo opazujemo dih, naš se umirja s tem, da opazujemo svoj dih in potem, če pride misel, prepoznamo to, da je misel prišla, ampak ji ne sledimo, ne pustimo, da nas odnese sabo in potem, takoj, ko prepoznamo, da se je pojavila neka misel, takoj se vrnemo spet na opazovanje diha in na ta način se sam od sebe umiri in potem tudi sama misel nima druge možnosti, kot da pride od tja, od koder je prišla in to je njena lastna praznina. Se pravi, ko delamo meditacijo, se ne ukvarjamo z mislimi, ki prihajajo, ampak počnemo to, kar smo se namenili početi, kar je opazovanje diha in posledično umirjanje uma.
Being completely aware and mindful of the meditation or what you are doing.
In pri tem se popolnoma zavedamo, smo pozorni, se zavedamo, kaj počnemo in naša pozornost je usmerjena na meditacijo.
We can also say awareness is knowing exactly what we are doing while we are doing it, and mindfulness is having control of our mind and not letting it run out of control. So with awareness and mindfulness, then we do the practice. Then we will not be lost in the thought.
In zavedanje pomeni, da se zavedamo določene stvari, ki jo počnemo takrat, ko jo počnemo, in pozornost je to, da je pod nadzorom, da je naš ukročen in da nam ne uhaja, se pravi, da se ne zgubimo in se pravi, to, kar je potrebno, je, da delamo prakso in da pri tem ne zgubimo zavedanja in pozornosti in na ta način je to praksa, v kateri se ne izgubljamo.
So in this way, then gradually we can gain control of our mind and through which we can train our mind to create the right cause and conditions for achieving happiness and to avoid the cause and conditions for producing suffering.
In na ta način bomo postopoma pridobili ukrotili svoj dobili kontrolo nad njim in ga lahko tako navadimo, da ustvarjamo s svojim umom pravilne vzroke in okoliščine, pogoje za to, da bomo v prihodnosti izkusili srečo in da se izognemo pogojem, vzrokom za to, da bi izkušali trpljenje.
So with this basic idea of the breathing meditation, which is one rests one's mind on the pattern of the breath, and when thought appear, just recognize the thought and come back to the breathing pattern without following the thought, without trying to block any thought, just maintaining the present moment, awareness and mindfulness. So that is how we do this breathing shamatha meditation.
In zdaj z vsem tem zavedanjem počivamo ali pa svoj osredotočimo na dihanje, opazujemo dihanje in ko se pojavi neka misel, to prepoznamo in se vrnemo nazaj na dihanje, ne pustimo mislim, da nas odnesejo, ne sledimo mislim, ne zasledujemo teh misli, niti jih ne poskušamo ustavljati. In ko nam to uspe in se zavedamo in smo pozorni v trenutku sedanjosti, potem je to naša meditacija šamate.
So now when we do this, we will do this shamatha meditation, and we are doing this because even in the 9 methods of resting the mind, we have to do the breathing shamatha. That is the first meditation, or we create our meditation, the different methods of meditation on this base. So therefore, we have to do this, shamatha meditation first and well.
In zdaj bomo delali to meditacijo šamate z opazovanjem diha. In v samih 9 metodah šamate je tudi ta metoda, najprej začne s to metodo in to bo osnova za naprej za našo meditacijo, zato bomo zdaj začeli s tem opazovanjem diha in ker je to osnova, se moramo tudi dobro navaditi delati to osnovno meditacijo šamate.
So now I'm sure all of you have some kind of familiarity with the meditation in the past. I'm sure you have listened to teachings of meditation and all that, so I'm quite sure you are not new to it. So no need to go too much in detail, but so first important is to maintain the posture for meditation. So we also call it the 5 point posture or 7-point posture. So it's the same when we do meditation.
In prepričan sem, da ste vsi že seznanjeni z meditacijo, da ste že poslušali veliko učenj o meditaciji, zato ne bomo šli preveč v podrobnosti, ampak na začetku, ko govorimo o telesni drži, obstaja telesna drža ustrezna za meditacijo, ki bodisi v 5 točkah ali po 7 točkah.
So here the most important, our back should be straight.
Najbolj pomembno je, da je naš hrbet vzravnan.
Then our legs either can be sitting in this cross position, or those who cannot then can sit on chair also, doesn't matter. If you cannot sit in this cross leg, then there's not much you can do. Then sitting on the chair, okay, but the back has to be straight. That's important.
In zdaj nekateri lahko sedite po turško, drugi, ki ne moramo sedeti s prekriženimi nogami, lahko sedimo na stolu, tudi to je v redu. Najbolj pomembno je, da je hrbet vzravnan.
Then the hands can either be placed over your knees, the two palms over your knees, or in the more traditional style, then in the meditative mudra, with your left palm below, right palm over the left palm, resting comfortably on your lap. So it is about, when you rest comfortably, it is around 4 fingers below your navel. But again, saying that it shouldn't be a problem to try and keep it there. Just relax and keep it wherever it falls, comfortably. So the hands should be like this, like that.
In kar se tiče rok, jih lahko z dlanmi odložimo na kolena, ali pa jih, kar je bolj tradicionalno, postavimo v gesto meditacije, ki jo je pokazal Rinpoče, leva roka je spodaj in roke odložimo v svoje naročje, tako da udobno sedajo in pač tradicionalno pravijo, da je to 4 prste pod popkom, ampak enostavno odložimo roke tam, kamor padejo naravno.
Then shoulders left very relaxed, so no need to go back this way, no need to sloop that. So very comfortably kept. So when the shoulders are kept comfortably relaxed, straight, then hands placed here, then naturally the entire arm, everything very relaxed, it is balanced and relaxed.
In kar se tiče ramen, zdaj, če ni jih potrebno tiščati nazaj, ni se dobro tudi, da smo zgrbljeni, ampak jih naravno držimo in potem bojo tudi roke naravno sproščene.
Then it is said that chin little bit bent forward basically doesn't mean you try to bend that way, but when you rest your head comfortably on your neck, then automatically there's a slight curve. If you sit this way, it's not comfortable, natural, it's not natural. When you sit this way, it's not natural. So when you keep it very natural, there's automatically a slight bend.
Ravno tako je, kadar imamo glavo postavljeno na naraven položaj in nimamo sklonjene naprej ali pa nagnjene nazaj, potem se brada nekoliko pride navznoter, ko je glava, hrbet vzravnan in glava lepo odložena na vratu, naravno.
Then one's view, the eyesight, the view could be somewhere around one's arm's length. Here in the front, little bit down, not up. Of course, it depends. Now, when you do meditation, again, there are different methods. Sometimes you have to look up, sometimes look down, all that. But right now, around the arm's length, little bit lower down.
In potem naš pogled je usmerjen vzdolž roke, ki je nekoliko spuščena, ne gledamo niti izrazito navzgor, niti izrazito navzdol. Čeprav obstajajo tudi druge meditacije, pri katerih so navodila za pogled drugačna, ampak tukaj gledamo vzdolž naše roke, približno eno dolžino roke stran in malce spuščen pogled.
Your nose, the level of the nose comes straight down and then here.
Če gledamo vzdolž našega nosu in potem tam, kjer je naša roka, naš dlan.
Okay. So these posture is important because in such postures then the elements naturally balance with each other, to some extent at the moment. Of course, if we do perfectly, then perfect balance. But with our ability, then we will be able to achieve some kind of balance in our elements. Then through that, automatically, we will be able to achieve some level of stability in our mind or mental stability.
In drža je pomembna zaradi tega, ker kadar smo postavljeni v pravilno dobro držo, se elementi sami od sebe v ravnovesju, seveda, kolikor smo to zmožni v danem trenutku, do neke mere, in kadar dosežemo neke vrste uravnoteženo, uravnovešeno držo, potem se tudi naš naši elementi so avtomatsko v ravnovesju in se tudi naš lažje umiri.
So now after all that posture, then the breathing, pattern, we breathe out through our mouth and nose both, both simultaneously. We breathe out comfortably, not forcefully breathing out, but comfortably breathing out complete breath. So complete breath doesn't mean trying to make it long and squeezing it out. Just complete breath. And then before breathing in, naturally there's a pause there. There's a stop there. Otherwise, how do you come back? So you go out and then you recognize that pause there. And then you breathe in complete again. And then after breathing in, again before breathing out, there's a gap there. There's a pause there. So you recognize that pause. Again, when you breathe out, you recognize this breath going out. So that way, out, pause, in, pause. So that is one cycle. But when I say pause, again, a lot of people get problem with this. They try to pause it and then after some time unable to pause and choking again. So doesn't mean that kind of pause. It means, breathing out, before breathing in, there has to be somewhere, and there has to be some stop. So recognizing that stop.
Okay, se pravi, izdihnemo skozi usta in nos skupaj, in to na naraven, sproščen način. Diha ne silimo in popolnoma izdihnemo in vdihnemo, kar pa ne pomeni, da moramo stiskati zrak ven iz sebe, ampak naravno dihamo. In potem, ko dihamo, ko izdihnemo, pride seveda naravno do tega, da nastane kratka pavza, preden se začne vdih, ker dih se mora nekako obrniti, se mora vrniti. In ko pride do te pavze, jo prepoznamo, se jo zavedamo in začnemo vdihovati in potem spet nastopi pavza pred naslednjim izdihom in spet prepoznamo ta kratek premor. In Rinpoče pravi, da potem nekateri ljudje, ko poslušajo ta navodila, pa spet mislijo, da morajo narediti pavzo in zaradi tega ustvarijo problem, ker čez nekaj časa ne morejo več normalno dihati in se začnejo dušiti. In to ni smisel tega. Dih se naravno sam obrne in vse, kar moramo mi narediti, je, da prepoznamo ta trenutek, da prepoznamo. Se pravi, ciklus dihanja gre tako, da izdihnemo, opazimo pavzo, spet vdihnemo, opazimo pavzo in to je en cikl.
So that kind of cycle then we do 21 times.
In potem ponovimo ta cikl 21krat.
So when we do one, we count in our mind one time. And again, 2 times, 3 times. So that way, 21 times.
In v mislih si štejemo, se pravi, en vdih, pauza, izdih, pauza, vdih, pauza, to je 1 in potem naslednje 2, 3 in tako preštejemo do 21.
So for beginners, it will be difficult to reach number 21. Before reaching maybe number 7 or 8, you will be lost, and you forget what number you are on. Again, you will have to start. So after some time, you always start but never end. So that can happen. Then you have to make a decision. Okay, let me just, I think I got lost here, so now I continue from here and then try to finish in 21. So you will have such experience. It doesn't matter. Don't get upset or worried about that. It just shows that how all the time we are wandering. But here now when we use this method, then we are being aware of the situation. When we are aware, then we are able to recognize how much we get lost all the time.
In na začetku, kadar začenjamo šele s to meditacijo, potem je težko priti do številke 21, ampak se velikokrat zgodi, pridemo do 7. ali 8. cikla in se zgubimo, ne vemo več, pri kateri številki smo. In potem začnemo spet od začetka in potem se lahko zgodi, da kar naprej hodimo spet na začetek, na 1, in pol mogoče se nam zdi, da ne bomo nikoli prišli do konca. Zaradi tega se ni treba razburjati oziroma vznemirjati ali pa kakorkoli skrbeti. To samo kaže, kako naš ves čas pravzaprav tava, ne, da bi mi to sploh opazili. In ta metoda nam pomaga, da se začnemo zavedati in da prepoznamo, kako je naš ves čas nekje drugje.
So some people, as they do meditation, they come to me and say, the more I practice meditation, the more it's becoming worse. I start thinking more and more. So actually, it is not what they think. Actually, we are always lost. We are always thinking, but we just don't recognize we are thinking and lost because we are not mindful all the time. But when we do shamatha meditation, at that moment, we are mindful, trying to be mindful. So when we become mindless, we recognize we become mindless. So when we start recognizing that, and then we, when we see that, then we think, we recognize we are getting lost. So that is why you have that experience. So it is not to get discouraged, but rather it is to get encouraged.
Rinpoče pravi, da potem, ko ljudje začnejo meditirati, potem velikokrat pridejo do njega in pravijo, zdaj pa več kot meditiram, slabše mi gre, zmeraj več misli je, zdi se, kot da nazadujem, da sem zmeraj več misli. In potem Rinpoče pravi, v resnici se te misli ves čas odvijajo nekje in ves čas smo potopljeni, izgubljeni v teh mislih, v nezavedanju, samo da tega ne prepoznamo, ker nismo pozorni, tega ne moramo prepoznati. Ko pa začnemo delati to metodo šamate, postanemo bolj pozorni in takrat v bistvu prepoznamo, kako naš tava, kako se ne zaveda. In takrat uvidimo na lastne oči, kako zgubljeni smo večino časa in to lahko tudi prepoznamo. In zato to ni razlog, da bi bili razočarani ali pa izgubili pogum, ampak je to vzpodbuda za meditacijo, ker na ta način smo začeli prepoznavati, kaj se zares dogaja.
So here the key is when you recognize you are lost, then not to follow the thought and to come back and rest on the breath, so that is important. Of course, there is, meditation practices where one can go in the thought without getting lost with the thought. With awareness in the thought, one can, go. But that is different meditation. Right now, we are not doing that. So right now, what we are doing is resting our mind on the breath. So we should be doing that.
In ključnega pomena je, da kadar izgubimo zavedanje, kadar vidimo, da ne opazujemo več diha, da to prepoznamo. In ključno je, da ne sledimo mislim, da se ne izgubimo v njih, ampak takoj, ko prepoznamo, se vrnemo nazaj in svoj odložimo, umirimo s tem, da opazujemo dihanje. Seveda obstajajo tudi metode, s katerimi se lahko zavedamo, tudi opazujemo misli in smo z mislimi, ampak nas te ne potegnejo, zaradi tega, ker smo pozorni in se zavedamo, ampak to ni nekaj, kar bomo zdaj počeli. Zdaj je naša osredotočenost na dih, na opazovanje diha, kar je osnova za našo meditacijo umirjenja uma.
Okay. So now we will do a little bit of this meditation, not much time. So of course normally, when we do meditation, like in the next meditations, we will do in the beginning refuge, bodhicitta, and so all that. There are steps. So these steps have been passed. These practice steps have been passed on to me through my enlightened master, who he received them from his enlightened masters. So that way they are very precious, sacred meditation steps. So not just steps which you feel like doing or not doing, or trying to save time or pass time, so not those, it is not for that, but there are specific reasons for these steps. But today, just now, no time, so just to get the feel of the shamatha meditation, or resting our mind on the breath, then we will do this directly for maybe, I think we have time for like 21. So we will do 21. So those of you who take, you enjoy the experience.
Praviloma, ko delamo meditacijo, zdaj bomo naredili to meditacijo opazovanja diha, praviloma, ko delamo to meditacijo, se začne z recitacijo molitve zatočišča in bodičite. To so koraki, ki so del meditacije in so del izročila, ki je preko linije razsvetljenih mojstrov prišel do nas. Rinpoče je prijel od svojega razsvetljenega učitelja ta navodila in on od svojega in tako naprej. In to so dragocena navodila ali pa metoda, kako delamo prakso. To so koraki, ki jih moramo upoštevati. To ni stvar naše izbire ali da se bomo odločali, ali bomo recitirali na začetku meditacije ali ne, samo zato, da bi recimo prihranili na času ali pa kakorkoli. Se pravi, to je ključen del, tudi, mislim, integralni del meditacije. Zdaj le nimamo časa za to recitacijo, se pravi, samo da dobimo malo občutek, kako je, bomo naredili to meditacijo za 21 dihov in poskusite uživati v tej izkušnji.
So now we do the meditation.
Zdaj bomo meditirali.
So just first sit and relax. Very important to relax before starting meditation or doing anything. Very important to first just relax.
Najprej se samo sprostimo, da se usedemo in se samo sprostimo. Ko meditiramo, je to zelo pomembna stvar. Tudi kadar počnemo karkoli drugega, je najbolj pomembno, da se na začetku sprostimo.
You can close your eyes and breathe deep, take in a deep breath, and then with that, as you breathe out, let go of everything and just relax.
Lahko zapremo oči in globoko vdihnimo in potem z izdihom pustimo vse stvari, da grejo in se samo sprostimo.
And stay for some time till you are completely relaxed.
In nekaj časa tako počivamo, dokler nismo popolnoma sproščeni.
Then, when we do the meditation, you can close your eyes and do in the beginning, but once you get some kind of, stability, then to open the eyes and to practice is better, because we cannot close our eyes all the time. In a day-to-day situation, our eyes are open. So we have to get used to with the eyes open also. Cannot always have conditions of closed eye.
In na začetku imamo lahko tudi zaprte oči, ko začenjamo s to meditacijo, ampak potem, ko že razvijamo določeno stabilnost in izkušnjo s to meditacijo, potem je bolje, da odpremo oči, kajti treba se je navaditi biti pozoren tudi z odprtimi očmi, kajti v vsakdanjem življenju večinoma imamo oči odprte.
Okay, just relax.
Spustimo.
feel every nerve, every sensation right from your crown, in your eye socket, in your neck, in your body, right, till the toe, all relax.
In poskusite začutiti vsako celico v svojem telesu, od vrha glave pa do oči, vratu in tako postopno navzdol poskušamo začutiti in sprostiti celo telo.
You can scan like how a scanner scans, So you can scan and let it be relaxed. Try to let everything relax.
Lahko preskenirate, pregledate celo svoje telo in se sprostite.
Okay, so of course just now no time, but when you do your own practice, then depending on your own, state, you see how long you should stay.
In zdaj nimamo preveč časa, da bi se sproščali, ampak ko boste sami delali prakso, si vzemite toliko časa, da boste, kolikor ga potrebujete, da se umirite in sprostite.
Now maintain the 7 posture or the 5 posture of meditative posture with your hands folded in the meditative mudra. Then we do the breathing shamatha.
Zdaj postavimo telo v meditacijsko držo 5 ali 7 točk, roke sklenemo in jih odložimo v naročje in začnemo z 21 prakso šamate, z 21 dihi, ki jih opazujemo.
Don't try to make your breath long or worry about short breath. So those, don't worry about it. Just make sure you breathe a complete breath.
Ne poskušajte spreminjati, podaljševati svojega diha ali pa da bi vas skrbelo, da je prekratek. Samo popolnoma izdihnite in vdihnite. Our mind completely aware of the breathing cycle moment by moment. Vsak trenutek se popolnoma zavedamo, kje v ciklu dihanja smo.
Thoughts will appear.
Pojavile se bodo misli.
Thoughts are nothing but experiences of the past.
Misli so samo izkušnje iz preteklosti.
And the imagination of the future.
Ali pa domišljijske predstave o prihodnosti.
And the present is nothing but the combination of these two, the past and the future.
Sedanjost pa ni nič drugega kot kombinacija teh misli o preteklosti in prihodnosti.
So therefore, if you truly examine the present, you cannot find the present, because the present is a mere combination of the past or the future.
In če bi poskušali natančno pogledati in ugotoviti, kaj sedanjost sploh je, ne moremo najti in uvidimo, da je to kombinacija preteklosti in prihodnosti.
Past thoughts have no true existence, and the future thoughts also the same.
Misli o preteklosti nimajo same na sebi nikakršne resničnosti in ravno tako velja za misli o prihodnosti.
So therefore, the present thought also loses any substantial reality.
In tako tudi misli v sedanjosti ne morejo imeti nikakršne trdne osnove.
Therefore, when thoughts arise, don't entertain, don't follow the thought, just recognize and let it be, and come back to the breathing pattern. Then the thoughts have nowhere to go but to dissolve into its very natural state of emptiness.
In ko pridejo misli, se ne ukvarjate z njimi in jim ne sledite, samo prepoznajte jih, in ko jih prepoznate, mislim, ne preostane drugega, kot da se vrnejo v svojo izvirno stanje praznini, mi pa nadaljujemo z opazovanjem diha.
Now continue this calm, abiding state of mind that you have been able to somehow achieve without counting the breath cycle.
Sedaj enostavno ostanemo v tem umirjenem stanju uma in nehamo šteti izdihe in vdihe.
Now maintaining this calm, abiding state of mind, continuing the state, then we put our hands on our knees and again close our eyes and relax like how we did in the past.
Zdaj ostanemo v tem umirjenem stanju uma in odložimo roke na kolena in enostavno zapremo oči in ostanemo, kot smo naredili prej.
Now trying to continue the state, then we do the dedication for today morning session, and we will end the morning session here, and we try to maintain this calm state of the mind as much as possible throughout, even after the session.
In potem ostanemo v tem umirjenem stanju uma in v tem stanju recitiramo posvetitev zaslug. S tem se bo zaključila tale seansa in potem poskušamo ohraniti to umirjeno stanje uma tudi po tem, med pauzo, se pravi med sešnji. 22, stran 22, uvodni in zaključni recitacije.
Mahamya benze bhava ma samaya sadhu